banana peppers. Look, I feel, why do I point this out every time? Obviously, you can see it. The pile of stuff behind me is extensive. A lot of it is empty boxes and garbage. Tomorrow is a garbage day. So we are like, you know, like going through and doing the big sweep before we take everything out to the curb. But it occurred to me, why not make more garbage before I take all of the garbage out? Actually, it occurred to me that I have been promising you guys that we would do the Yummy World Tasty Treats unboxing, and I've done like 75 unboxings and just left this one behind me, and I'm sure lots of you guys are like, what? Why did you forget to do that one? And sometimes I'm goofy like that. Like, I will ask for opinions, or I will ask for you guys to vote, and then I get distracted, or I end up, I don't know, like I just end up sitting down and filming something else, and I always have the best intentions, and then I always do the stupidest stuff. I think my skin is looking maybe a little bit better. What do you guys think? I've actually been questioning a lot. I was gonna say emotionally distraught, but that's not a true statement. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, like everybody breaks out, but it has been a little bit distressing because I'm not sure if I've said this or on what channel I said this on, but it has been a long time since I have had a breakout this severe. And it's just mostly annoying because it's super painful, and I had this massive breakout over Valentine's Day, which is like literally one of the most putrid days perhaps that you can have a massive facial breakout situation. And I think I finally, here's Johnny, pieced it all together with why my face has been so tormented. And I think it all began once I shaved my face for the first time ever. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into these, and then we'll have the harrowing tale of why you should never shave your face. So we've done lots of Yummy World in our days, both here and on Graveyard Girl. I think we've done a Yummy World here before. I know that we have unboxed many Yummy World together in one way or another, but I had heard forever and ever, and obviously like I'm not blaming anybody, like I am the idiot that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shave my face. Yummy World little fridge. So these are all tasty treats. We have a lot of different options. I really want these popsicles. Anyway, oh wow, this is weird. I'm gonna try and be like more focused perhaps in today's video. Wish me luck. Look at these though, they open like almost long ways, I guess you can say. I don't know, like every other blind box I've ever opened in my existence has always been the top, you know, like this part or this part, never like the whole back section. Exciting. Anyway, I'm not blaming anybody because I'm the idiot that chose to shave my face, but I've heard about that for years on like Instagram, and lots of beauty YouTubers here on YouTube suggest shaving your face for like a super smooth look when you apply makeup or foundation or whatever. And I had the greatest intention of making a lot of makeup videos. I wanted to get back on makeup videos this month, but I've just been kind of like so distraught once again over my skin that I'm like, I'd rather not. But so I fell for it. Like I kept hearing like, oh yeah, shave your face, it's gonna exfoliate your face, it's gonna remove all the peach fuzz, your makeup's gonna lay down better. And so that's why I was like, well, I'm finally gonna try it. And I did, and that's the only thing I can think of that I've done differently or added to my skincare routine or whatever that possibly would cause this. Oh my gosh, look how lucky. Very first one. I got the one that I really wanted. So these are 2 out of every 24, so we will be seeing them again. I feel like it's so rare that I am looking for one of the really common ones, so that's good. You guys, I might actually resort to using my little my favorite little box cutter for this video, because these are the hardest blind boxes I think I've ever opened. I don't know, they're like hard and easy. It's like I don't know why I'm struggling, but look, I mean, I really actually like how these open, but for some reason I'm just struggling with them. So it's like a fridge. I mean, that's why these open this way. So you like open the fridge door and there's all your little buddies inside. And it's actually not that hard. So yeah, I don't know. I come here to tell you guys, maybe don't shave your face, because you quite apparently maybe, oh my gosh, another repeat already. It might not yield the best results for you, so just be forewarned. Also, I'm so sad I don't have my junior girls shirt yet to show you guys. I think that was my last video here where I was talking about how I ended up screen printing all the senior year, junior year shirts, and I thought I knew exactly where it was, and I've actually been attempting to kind of like deep clean my closet. I know how ludicrous this is gonna sound, but we still are not completely unpacked from moving. Oh my gosh, look, it's the little pancake. I've always loved this Yummy World, and Dogman and I actually have a couple plushies of the Yummy World pancakes, 2 out of every 24, so we will be seeing you again. But we have a big one that's like a body pillow almost, and then a cute little bitty one, and it's so soft. I love the body pillow one because it's functional. What else was I saying? Yeah, no, ludicrous that we have not yet completely unpacked everything. Some of the boxes are still just like in various closets around here, in the guest room closet, and I really try and like find time to unpack and everything, but it just has not been, I don't know, I feel like whenever I'm not like working on YouTube videos, I'm always like planning for what the next videos will be. Oh my gosh, you guys, there is a golden apple possibility, but it is the super rare one. It's question mark, out of question mark, question mark. Banana is 2 out of every 24, but there's also a rare banana that's 1 out of every 48. I wonder what that one looks like. But yeah, I don't know. I really need to get some focus and just kind of like get through it. You guys, I really would love to ask Kat to come down, like just for an organizing trip. How lame does that sound? Like, hey friend, please fly all the way from California. But I feel like we've kind of done little organizational, like she's probably my most organized friend. Like she can just come in and like literally like organize everything perfectly in like 5 seconds flat. And so I'm always tempted to be like, hey, come help me figure my life out. 3 out of every 24 is gonna be this little cupcake friend. Sprinkles. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of Hey Cupcake in Austin. Love them. You guys, I have been having Austin fever lately. Like I want to go there so bad. I love Austin, honestly. I would very happily live there. I feel like I would kind of have more of a social life. Have I ever had this conversation with you guys before? Like sometimes I'm scared. I'm just like repeating myself because often I do have the same thoughts over and over again. I feel like I would have more of a social life. Oh my gosh, pancakes again. If I lived in Austin, I feel like there's just more stuff to do there. I don't know. I'm always so conflicted about that because like I love living in Houston. And I feel like I'm a creature of habit and a creature of comfort. So, you know, like I love being able to go to Galveston, go to the beach. I love to be able to go down to like NASA. We've got like a little, well, it's like that parking lot that I film in sometimes that I just filmed my top 10 movie video, but it's just like a little like lake kind of thing, I guess you could call it. Oh my gosh, Cupcake again. And so it's just like I'm so used to being able to like go into the city. Like we have like I feel like we have more like resources here kind of like for what I do in Houston. Like we've got all kinds of like, you know, obviously like Sephora and Ulta and like a million different locations and everything else. And I feel like that's maybe not as easy to find in Austin, or at least the part of Austin that we would live in. I don't know, but I do feel like there's kind of like more people to hang out with there and like more like festivals and stuff going on there. Whoa, okay, 3 cupcakes we have now. It's a little bitty family. So I don't know, sometimes I feel like it would be fun to at least live there like part of the time, but I don't know. I am not gonna lie, like most of the time is this gonna be the lamest thing that I ever utter? Just prepare yourself because I might literally just drive you guys crazy with this statement. But a lot of times I wish I could kind of form my own like vlog team. I know how cringy that sounds. I know how cringy it sounds. I really do. But I mean, I feel like it would be, I don't know, like I am clearly not going for a Team 10 vibe here, but I don't know, I feel like it's kind of fun when you have a bunch of friends that like live in a certain area. And I don't know, I feel like my friends would I feel like it would be vastly different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the formula would be the same of like, oh, it's a group of vloggers who all like live in the same like house or, you know, like really close to each other, but all have different channels and do different stuff. So that's kind of like the formula that I'm talking about, but I don't know. It's like, I feel like oh, another banana. I feel like me and my friends talk about that all the time. The only challenge is like none of them have YouTube channels presently. But I get these kind of harebrained schemes all the time. Like, oh my gosh, the thing I really wish that I still could do, which is probably not possible at this point because I feel literal actual depression in my heart that she's probably about to move. But Leanne and I always wanted to do this podcast. And I always thought that that would be so much fun and like so vastly different than what either of our channels are now. And we had this idea where we would kind of like let you guys, the viewers, like pick the topic that we would talk about like each week. And we kind of wanted to do like a real life kind of thing. Like we could talk about like boyfriends and relationships, or like kind of getting in like more meatier topics, I guess you could say, or like more like real life experience kind of stuff. I don't know. I think we even created the YouTube channel for it and like everything else. And then we just never followed through because that is my personal expertise. And I don't know, I'm so sad because I feel like I do have all these ideas swirling around in my head, and this is the point that I talk to you guys about all the time. I feel like this is my consistent complaint, is that I do have just a mile-long treasury of ideas, 3 out of every 24 for our cute little ice cream sandwich friend. Dogman's gonna love him. He loves ice cream sandwiches. But I have a literal, like, I can go from here to Rome with all of my ideas and literally, like, no way to execute them. And also no time to execute them sometimes, which really sucks. I can already feel like this is going to be another ice cream sandwich repeat. And so, I don't know, a lot of times I just like feel sad because I feel like I do want to do all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that's the other thing why sometimes I wonder if in Austin I would have more resources like that, because I feel like Austin is kind of becoming more of a hub of entertainment kind of stuff, whereas Houston really is not, unless you are in the music industry, or we have a lot of like car stuff here, and we have a lot of sports stuff obviously, but not really like ye old, you know, like we film, we edit, we photograph, we blah blah blah. Like you get a lot of wedding photographers and stuff down here, which like I'm not knocking anybody's skills, but it's kind of different than like what I feel like you see most social media people posting. You guys, but I am trying to convince, loosely trying to convince, I haven't quite told her this plan yet, but my best friend from high school lives in New York, and she is like a stellar photographer, and I keep trying to like get her to move back to Texas, because I'm like, don't you just want to come take pictures with me? I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying though. I think it would be so fun to be able to kind of like expand in that way, and to be able to, I don't know, do kind of like a team thing. Like, is anything I'm saying making any sense, or does it just sound cringy because everyone immediately thinks of Team 10? 1 out of every 24. I'm just gonna say, look at this orange sickle. I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody's life, like, don't get me wrong, but it's just like sometimes, now this statement, I'm gonna say, I'm spilling the lukewarm tea right now. Like sometimes I don't like the way do I want to say sometimes I don't like the way things are going? I do and don't mean that. See, because there's things that I think are genius, and like maybe this statement is cringy. But I mentioned it before, like I love watching like FaZe Banks vlogs, and so I feel like they have like a team or whatever they call themselves, but it's not like Team 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just want to like do fun stuff. This either makes sense or it doesn't. The way that I don't like things going is my general consistent complaint, which is about clickbait. And I'm kind of hoping that once like Vine comes back, like can all of that kind of stuff just please go the other way. 3 out of every 24. So we are gonna see this donut a ton of times. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I really do not like clickbait, but, and I know, and I feel you guys, I feel the support, I feel the love, I feel it in my heart, I feel it mentally, I feel it conceptually, that clickbait should not be necessary. But really at this point, like if you are not using catchy titles and you're not using catchy thumbnails, the people that are using, like, and it's just human nature. And I know that there are so many you know, like very dedicated diehard Swamp family members that would click on a video, like even if I'm like peeling a bunch of potatoes, like I feel nothing but love, and I'm not trying to like belittle that statement, because obviously like I feel the love and I feel the support and I'm very grateful for that, but it's just very hard to what am I trying to say with this statement? It's very hard to like grow your audience at all, I guess, and it's very hard sometimes to just like get people, do you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like if there's not a sense of like urgency or impressiveness, or like people are gonna click on the things that seem more urgent instead. And I mean, I am even guilty of this. Like I click on clickbait all the time. Instagram is the worst source of clickbait. And I don't remember where I posted about it the other day, because I mean, it's like stupid at this point. And I don't know if everybody's seeing this or for some reason I'm only seeing this, because I do watch a lot of like ASMR kind of videos on Instagram to like help me calm down sometimes in the nighttime. But like literally I see, it's like the thumbnail for Instagram for a video, and it's like spaghetti thrown on a copy machine. And I'm like, why? And I click on it because I want to know why spaghetti on a copy machine. But it's literally just like that. There's no reference to that. It's like you click on it and it's like life hacks or something like that. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like I obviously do not like clickbait. Like I'm not down for clickbait in my soul and in my heart. But like you just kind of can't help but get suckered into that. And I don't know when tastes are gonna change. I don't know when the culture of the internet is gonna change from eating Tide Pods and using excessive clickbait. But for right now, and I mean, I try and walk the fine line of not playing that game at all, and playing the game like just enough to live. But it's just so crazy. It's like you can see videos where I try and spice it up like just a little bit, and they do perform so much better than just me being like, I'm opening January's Sephora Playbox. Like it's just how society on a whole on social media unfortunately is ingrained to be. And it's not gonna change until tastes change overall. And that was a really long-winded argument about nothing that I was trying to say. Strawberry, 3 out of every 24. We're gonna see him again. So I don't know. I do feel like kind of all of, I guess that to me is the dark side, is like last year we saw this stuff where it was like, oh, like diss track. And like, I don't believe for 1 second that those people are really arguing with each other. Maybe, I don't know. Do you not know any of this stuff? Like, do you not follow any of this drama? Maybe some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But like, it's like it gets plastered to you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not actively, I don't know. I feel like I'm not let me see if I'm trying to say. I feel like I am and I'm not like actively following this stuff. Like I watch just a ton of H3, and so I feel like that's kind of how I got sucked into all this stuff, like knowing about all this stuff and like kind of following loosely the history and the timeline of all this stuff. We got a sugar cookie with a blue icing. It looks delicious. Makes me crave a cookie. 1 out of every 24. We will not be seeing that one again. But anyway, you know, it's just like last year, it's like, oh, like diss tracks, like, and now this year suddenly it's everyone fighting each other. Like, have you been following the YouTube news? I'm just like, how is this the way now? Like, how is this the way? Another pink sprinkle donut. 3 out of every 24, so we got 2. We might see yet another one, but until then, they're just friends. So it's just kind of like, that's the part of it that I don't like. Like, I think that it's totally cool to have like vlog teams and like, you know, then you can all kind of like cross promote each other, and you always have people like hanging out to make content with and all of that kind of good stuff. But I don't like kind of when it becomes a source of like fake beef or like excessive clickbait, excessive drama, kind of the more, I don't know, I hesitate to say like fakery, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't like when things get so, like, I think Roman Atwood, right, is like a good example of someone who does like epic stuff and like does like big things, you know, but they're not like trying to drive other people around them crazy or like doing anything like, you know, I don't know, harmful, like not setting furniture on fire. I feel like this is like kind of just a dangerous vlog for me to make, because I just know, and like, look, I'm not saying like don't watch somebody or don't be a fan of somebody or whatever, but I do kind of wish that people would just like, you know, like, here's Earth, just bring it down just a little bit. Like, I don't quite see the need for such antics and sensationalism. And I like it better when it's just kind of more like 1 out of every 24 for the popcorn. Am I even showing these today? I feel like I'm so embedded in my conversation that I'm more focused on the conversation today and like maybe less focused on unboxing things, which is maddening. But I don't know. I think that there can be like a balance between like making epic content and not destroying the souls of the universe. Is that excessive? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should stop this conversation while I'm not ahead. Look, it's our 3rd pink donut. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't say anything too salty. That was like really not my intention. I mean, I think everybody should be able to hang out and create on this space. But I think sometimes it can be too much. And you guys probably know what I'm talking about at this point. And I'm not going to talk about it completely, because that's just been deadly hashed all across the internet. Nobody needs to hear one more person weigh in on that kind of stuff. 3 out of every 24. So now we have 3 little strawberry heads. You guys, we only have 3 boxes left, and I'm scared we're not going to get any rares or ultra rares. So we're still missing a hot dog, the rare banana, and the super rare golden apple. Oh, and a chocolate dipped strawberry. So let's see. I hope that we were gonna get at least like 1 ultra rare. So I don't know, but I am kind of thinking about like, oh, like getting some friends together and like, I don't know, maybe like testing something like that out. Ooh, the hot dog is so cute. Look at him. He's in like a lazy reclining position. Can relate. Can relate. I really like him. He's 1 out of every 24. So I don't know. It would be fun. That was a long pause. I just realized, like, I'm like, maybe you should say something. What is it? Oh my gosh. This is amazing. And I don't know what that is. There was like a surprise oily substance on my finger all of a sudden. Wait, it's on this apple. Oh my gosh. It's like the glue or the resin. I have got to show this to you guys so y'all just don't think I'm crazy. And now I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it, but there's like, oh, right there, you can see it maybe just a little bit. There's almost like some kind of wet liquid oozing out of the core of this apple. But I'm so excited that we got this one. This is the super rare Chase figure and he looks so awesome. I love golden apples. You know what I have to show you guys now next time, because it is one of my favorite squishies of all time. It's a giant golden apple. It's amazing, and I'm gonna set them together. They're gonna be best friends. So I don't even know how rare that one is, because that's the one that was question mark, out of question mark, but I'm very excited. Last one, you guys, and I hope that this video has been enjoyable in any sort. I just kind of like to tell you guys more of how I'm feeling, how I'm thinking on this channel. And it's just, I don't know, I hope none of you guys think I'm like diving off the deep end when I say like, oh, I want to form a vlog team. But I just think it would be kind of cool because, of course, like Chris would be a part of it. And I don't know if you guys have really ever seen my friend Johnny. I think he's been in a couple of vlogs or Instagram pictures or Snapchats or whatever before. But you know, it's like Chris is really into like movies and like figurines and like collectibles and comic books and stuff like that. And, you know, Johnny is into all kinds of stuff. Like it could even be like cooking or food testing or something. So like, I feel like we would have like genuine variety, you know, with each channel. And I don't know, I think it could be fun. I think it could be fun, but I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to do it. But a girl can dream. I don't even know what we call ourselves. Oh my gosh, you guys, the other thing that I want to do, that I'm gonna try and figure out, because clearly I already missed this year, so now it's time to plan for next year. And I feel like every year in February I say this every single year, so this will be our conclusionary story for the day. And this was our last little friend. We finally got chocolate dipped strawberries. So we got 3 regular strawberries and then chocolate dipped. He looks like he has a beard. Yes, no, yes, no. Last story of the day. The other thing that I wanted to do every single year in a big swamp family way is a Mardi Gras float. And we have a parade here in Galveston. I feel like, okay, so you guys have to comment down below and tell me if you even know what Mardi Gras is, because I remember the first time that my friends came from LA, and I'm trying to think if it was just Kat who was visiting me during Mardi Gras time, or I think Sydney was here last year during Mardi Gras too. I don't know, but like, LA friends from other areas that come to visit are always like stupendously surprised with what Mardi Gras is. And I feel like I've just grown up with Mardi Gras, pardon me, my whole life. Because we have like big parades that go over 2 weekends generally in Galveston, and then like obviously we're 1 state away from Louisiana where New Orleans is, and they have like the biggest scariest, craziest Mardi Gras. Like I feel like the ones in Galveston are really tame compared to Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Obviously like that's like very, very wild. Like Mardi Gras in Galveston is definitely like, I think it could, like they have a day parade which we go to a lot just because it's, I don't know, it's fun to see the floats. Like I've always loved Mardi Gras, what can I say? But there's like a day parade which is like super family friendly, and then there's a couple other ones, and then there's like bigger ones the next weekend. Does anything I'm saying make any sense? It spans over 2 weekends. So 1 weekend they have like a daytime parade, and I think maybe like 1 or 2 daytime parades, and then they have like a nighttime parade, but I don't know where that one is anymore. And then the next weekend there's like a big one, and they show it on the news every year. Long story short, I've always wanted to do a swamp family float, and then I would love to be able to do it like big as like a competition, and like give away slots to like ride on the float to like swamp family members. So like basically you ride on a big parade float and you like throw beads, and like sometimes there's like doubloons, which is like little coins. And I mean, people throw all kinds of stuff, like little stuffed animals, little footballs, frisbees, drinking cups, like all kinds of cute stuff. So I just think that it would be so much fun, and I literally don't know where to start. This is another one of those ideas I have, just another one of my harebrained schemes where I'm like, where do I start here? Because I think you have to join a crew to be able to have a float, and then I'm assuming I'd have to go somewhere probably like in Louisiana to have the float built, because they're like big things that you use like year after year after year. And just Google Mardi Gras parade float. That should be PG enough to suggest everybody to look at. But it's just, it's just one of those ideas that I have. We'll see if I ever get it done, but I think it would just be so much fun. I don't know. That's why I feel like I always get frustrated, because I got these like big ideas of like all this kind of stuff that I want to do, like with the Swamp Family, for the Swamp Family, like stuff, like projects we can all get excited about and get behind, you know, as a community. And then I just like never deliver these projects because it is like just kind of taking on a lot. Like I think of them and then it stops there. It's basically the long short of that story. But I love you guys, and I hope you're staying healthy, happy, and sassy. And somebody mentioned bananas in pajamas last time, because I was like, oh, I never know what to call you guys. And I was like, somebody commented down below, it's like, we're bananas in pajamas. And then they were like, ... peppers. And I'm gonna pin that comment now, because I keep thinking about it. And it just, why am I ending this with a thought about bananas in pajamas? Do you remember bananas in pajamas? I used to have a big plush banana in pajama, and I wish I knew what happened to him. Godspeed, banana in pajama, wherever you are. Hopefully not in a landfill somewhere. I love you guys, and I will see y'all very soon, probably tomorrow, because I am really digging filming on this channel lately. I think this is like my fourth video on this channel this month. I'm on a roll, but I love you guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.